Guys, before we start this video, yes, this is us at the end. Before we start this video, I want to say subscribe. You don't have to like, you don't have to comment. Subscribe. You have one task today, and that's a task. I'll give you another task next video, okay? And since how great you have been, subscribe. It's free and it's awesome. It really helps out.
And like, come on, who doesn't want to subscribe to a cute girl?
And hi.
And a cute guy.
No. See, no. Yes, subscribe because she is adorable. We really could use subscribers if she could. I'm not gonna be in every video, but I definitely have fun with this one. So
Yeah, I can't kidnap him or force him. I meant ask him to be in every video.
so politely,
Yeah.
she asked me so politely. I couldn't say no. Okay.
Welcome to my little corner of the world. This time featuring my husband. He's totally not forced to be here.
It says blink if you're being held hostage, right? It's
No.
blink twice.
No, you're not held hostage.
I'm pretty sure. Isn't it, guys? Isn't it blink twice and being held hostage? Okay, I think that
What are you doing?
got some in my eyes.
Oh yeah, totally. But
okay, what are we watching here? What are we gonna be watching?
We are reacting to Overnight Channel. Overnight in Australia's most haunted prison. Okay. Terrifying encounter.
Okay, I will say something about this. She watched Overnight a lot more than me. A whole lot more.
Since they were originally on TFIL.
Okay, so okay, so she watched Overnight more than me. I watch every now and then, and a lot of times I fall asleep or I'm not paying attention. I'm just doing a whole bunch of other stuff, or I'm just looking at her and I'm like, oh, I love you. And I'm just admiring her. So I don't really know a whole lot about him. Like, I know who Elton is, and I know who most of everyone is, but she's gonna show me some of the stuff, and I'm gonna see if I genuinely like these guys or not. I did see the whole beef with Corey and them, and
that was insane.
I know that was like I can't tell. I think Corey did. All right, let's go.
This is where I think the noise came from. All the executions.
Bushrangers, murderers, gangsters, psycho killers. 136 prisoners were executed here, including Australia's most infamous outlaw, Ned Kelly.
There's a whole another secret level to the prison.
Did it say Ned Kelly?
Ned Kelly.
He's an outlaw. What did he do? Steal blankets quotes that people made?
I believe he was like a leader of a gang.
Well, how does that? Well, okay, how is that going to make you a top outlaw? Didn't you just say it's murders and other things in there? Oh, you're the leader of a gang, so I'm gonna.
I guess we're gonna find out in like a little bit, maybe. Hopefully.
Mob mentality. I think it's stupid.
That's it. Oh, I need help.
That was so loud.
What is in this cell? Let go of the rope.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
You're calling your name of lying and Ryan. The very last one is Ryan. Yo. So 100% that noise came from not in this realm.
Oh my god.
It's like it's pulling its way. Yeah. We want to be able to concentrate all of our energy into speaking with one of you. Executioner, murderer who was executed here, the potential teenager, Ned Kelly himself.
That's what it does. Doesn't matter.
Welcome back to the Overnight Channel. This investigation is one of the most fun ones we have had in so long.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say this is the craziest activity we've ever captured, but what I will say is that this might be the most active place.
To make it easier to grab the equipment instead of having to go, pause, go to an area to grab it like they used to.
They mostly just like set up in one room, right? And then they'll take the ones that are mobile and then just code it. Why wouldn't you just have like a suitcase full of it? Like it has like wheels or something.
Because a lot recently in their videos that I've seen, they split up now.
Okay, so they become Scooby Doo. Was splitting up and looking.
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
No, this is something I never understood about Evernight. You watch them like
Okay, yeah, I do.
exactly. We're doing it now. Oh, yeah.
Duh.
But what I don't understand is it says we're getting paranormal proof. I don't really see proof.
Give it time.
Is a ghost gonna walk up to the camera? Hi, I'm John. Imagine it's a John.
Why can't it be a pat or a
Because
raccoon?
a ghost raccoon. That's you know what? I love that. I'm gonna use that now.
Alright.
But you know it's gonna be a John.
We have ever been in. Nearly every cell, every particular area, every square block seems to have had a completely different spirit or entity in it.
Mm-hmm.
All of which were trying to talk to us the entire time.
At the same time.
Literally playing a game of trying to create the craziest activity to draw our attention. Yeah. This is the most haunted prison in Australia, in the entire continent. These are the gallows. This is Ned Kelly's armor. And the history here is absolutely insane. If you love ghost hunting, please be a part of this one with us, because we had to spend the entire night nonstop trying to figure out who or what was trying to talk to us. And it turns out it was everything, everywhere, all at once, all of the time, nonstop. Wouldn't shut up the entire night. You'll notice that Evan's not behind the camera. This is the first night he ever fully investigated. The only camera he ever had on him tonight was the selfie stick when he had to go alone. And the other thing to mention is the reason why we are in Australia is because we not only overnight, but our TFIL, which is how the overnight channel got created. And again, if for some reason you don't know, TFIL is finally back. Yeah, buddy. After all of the years of inconsistency and this and that and COVID and overnight and all that,
We're back.
finally running TFIL nonstop. We're traveling to every...
Because for years, TFIL, when overnight happened, TFIL took a step back. So they made the overnight channel. And it was originally Friends and whatnot, but now it's theirs.
I figured Elton would be the kind to do this.
Twits.
Wearing a tuxedo right there, and then the wedding uniform right there. This. And he's wearing a hat backwards. That dude must have a hairline receding so bad that it looks like Vegeta had a thick head of hair. I've never seen that man's without a hat. You know who he reminds me of is KSI.
Wait,
You ever see
there's
KSI?
him without a hat.
Yeah, and it looked like it was photoshopped that hair on.
We're just gonna go back to the video.
I mean, you ever seen KSI, him without the bandana?
No.
He doesn't have a forehead. He has a 6-acre lot.
every single country in the world in alphabetical order, which is why we're in Australia, number 11.
Yeah.
So by the time this video comes out, we've actually already completed the first 14, which means, yes, everything from Afghanistan to Antarctica has been filmed. And as of right now, you can go over to the TFL channel. The Afghanistan videos are out with Albania and all of the urban exploring soon to follow. Algeria, it goes on. 3 times a week, TFL videos coming at you. Also, TFL is getting some exclusive paranormal and haunted locations as well. So you'll see some of that in Argentina, and Aruba, and Armenia, and Albania, and I'm sure there's a bunch of others. Australia. In Australia. It means the world to me if you go over to TFL and watch those videos if you never have. And regardless,
Why
stay
the hell
down
is
these
everyone there wearing a
investigations
hat?
and enjoy this video.
No one there have good hair. Yeah, that doesn't. You want to know the bottle? I don't even have the antenna in it.
We can't park very close to the location that we're at tonight, so we're just gonna
I know we're actually
walk like this all the way there. Gonna figure this out right now. There's someone in my car. There's someone in my car. There's someone in my car. I'm so sorry. That is so terrifying. That is so terrifying. I'm so sorry. I forgot they drive on the other side of the road, so I approached the vehicle being like, "Oh, there's no one in it. There was a driver in there." And that must have been terrifying to just see this coming at you. I turned on my body camera to make sure we capture everything. Clutter. Seek clutter. Find the garbage.
Find the garbage.
Wait, hold on. I have a technique I've never tried. Put your heads next to each other really quick. Closer. Put your noses closer together. Closer. Let me check. No, closer. Closer. Is it haunted? Nothing. No, not haunted. Not haunted. Not haunted. Not haunted. The door's haunted. The door just moved on its own. The door just moved on its own. The door just moved on its own. It's gonna leave. Leave. There's a car. There's a car. Are you haunted? Not haunted. It's haunted.
Okay, now, get this. These people, this is in Australia, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe Melbourne.
Okay.
Melbourne?
These people are just chilling. Two things. I hope that's not a street sign. Because what the hell street are you on?
Lonsdale.
What the hell is that sign underneath?
It's just a cool design.
I'm hoping. God, I'm hoping. I'm hoping that doesn't mean something that, they can understand. Anyway.
Here's a fun fact.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Australia.
Me too. Sounds fun.
Cool.
I'm going. Anyways. No, these people are just normal civilians in Australia. What?
Nothing.
What did you say?
It's a surprise. Like when I dragged you for this, you volunteered for this video.
It was a very forceful volunteer. These people are just.
What did I tell you? Don't say that. I told you not to say them. God.
You want me not to say it anymore?
Don't say it. I told you not to. I told you the consequences.
Okay, I'm sorry. I want to say it again. Can I please eat this week?
I'll think about it.
Anyways, my point. This is there's ADHD. We do not need to be having a conversation. No, we are 5 minutes in, and I think we've been recording for 20 minutes already. These are just normal civilians just enjoying their day, living in Australia. They see Americans running by looking like crack fiends.
Nonetheless, with like a ton of ghostly creatures.
Because these guys sound like the most American people you'll ever meet.
I feel like if we were there, we would have a lot more fun.
I would get kicked out of Australia. The entire Australia. Like,
I'll see you when I get home.
All right, I'll just go to another country, continent, wherever.
There. Yeah, I mean that.
I'm gonna say, up countries, they're making so beautiful. Look at
Okay, tonight, something's a little
Look how
different.
beautiful
The reason why I have a camera in my hand and you already have a vest on. Earlier today, we had a little meetup in Melbourne in which we asked everyone there to decide who has to go alone tonight.
Live vote.
And the live vote, the live comment section was, it was close, but ultimately it ended up being you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tonight we're all going to do the tour. I'm going to film it with Jonah and you get to go in entirely alone into, not arguably, but what actually is the most haunted jail in the entire continent of Australia.
How you feel about that?
I'm so lucky.
You already went alone. You went alone. I went alone. That's your turn to go alone.
I'm the camera guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never die. But guess what? Tonight you're not the camera guy.
Protection anymore.
I don't get to die today.
I've never filmed B-roll solo.
Dude, what the hell? I found
Wait,
so
I've never been solo once ever.
Oh, this
Really?
is a great place for you to
Ever.
start.
So he's been dodging this. I knew this would come.
How? How did you pull this off?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so they're friends. They've been friends for 8 years. He has never got the opportunity to be in the spotlight once.
He successfully avoided it.
I'm surprised she likes being on camera and not like being behind the camera because she could avoid a lot of stuff.
I'm too pretty to be behind the camera. I need to be on it.
I'm usually behind the camera because I know how to do it all. You saying I'm ugly?
No, you're adorable.
I'm glad you're not taking away my drinking privileges. Oh, God. Okay.
You got it. The one other thing I'm a little nervous for is you.
What do you mean?
You're not trying to scare me? Why?
Why would I ever do that, Evan?
Because you're out there.
We're going to start our tour out here.
Yeah.
Just to
I
like
like it.
absolutely concretely make sure that you know there's no one in there besides yourself and the demons that want to kill you.
I hate this so much.
Before this incredibly complex and fascinating investigation begins, here's the most concise and important information relevant to tonight's paranormal investigation, with additional fascinating and tragic information provided during our brief tour. Melbourne Jail, built in 1841, is Australia's most notorious.
Very similar. I feel like if y'all want to make a house haunted with just demons, you guys would be able to do it.
Oh, I could do it. By the way, I don't pass out though when I come. So
Notorious and haunted prison. It operated until 1924, witnessing immense
if
suffering,
y'all watched
brutal
the Haunted Homies one before this, then y'all know what I'm talking about. God, Elton, that was too much information, brother.
executions, countless hauntings that linger to this day. A total of 133 people were executed by hanging within its walls. Most infamous was Ned Kelly, the notorious outlaw hanged in 1880, whose last words were reputedly, "Such is life." Inmates were often hanged in front of other prisoners to instill fear. Many were executed for crimes such as theft and petty offenses that would not warrant
That cannot be it. And here's
Okay, so what's the
fear. Many were
no. Here's a reason why. Do you see this right here?
I think that's just a prop. Actually, no, it's called, I think.
No, they said this is the beam and everything. This was hung for. That's what the little preview showed, right?
I think it was one of them.
Okay, but there's no rope marks up here. When pressure is applied on a noose right here, this gets tighter. Whereas, and anyone knows this about wood, the sharp corner of wood would dull down quick with how heavy people are and the force of them falling, mass, you would see this paint a lot more down this. This is fake.
It could be a prop because there's the other. I think they have another place where they actually.
Do
did
you want
it.
to know how I know that this ain't right? Do you see how the wood's rounded from
And how
here
it's tied.
to here? Well, not just that, but here to here. One, I know that's not the original rope, but let's say this is the original pillar, what they was claiming. Here to here, it's rounded. So is here to here. So like, oh, if a rope was on it, but the paint's still intact. That means the wood was stressed to make it look rounded, and then it was painted over it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you do have a point.
You do that in props to make things look aged. You do it for film works. I have done it before.
The people that own it
That's not a
probably
real.
did.
That's not real. I'm
They
willing
probably
to.
did it for the video
I'm
to
willing.
make it look better.
What?
To make it look like that, look more like, woo, creepy.
But if they had the original pillar, they should have just left it. It would have looked a lot scarier.
That's true.
I guarantee the weather damage might have destroyed the original pillar,
Yeah.
and they
maybe.
replaced it because they couldn't let it go down.
Yeah,
like,
because it was what, opened in 1840 or something?
Yeah, but I can tell that that is not either they're lying about the people that was hung there, or that's fake.
I guess we gotta have to keep watching to find out.
executed for crimes such as theft and petty offenses that would not warrant death by modern standards, even included child executions. In 1842, 16-year-old Michael Gately was executed for burglary, sparking outrage over the treatment of young offenders. Yet the horrific conditions knew no bounds. The jail was infamous for cramming up to 20 prisoners in cells designed for one. Inmates were forced to sleep on cold stone floors.
The fact that he got executed for burglary.
Don't touch what's not yours.
They don't even do it today.
They should. Maybe it'll stop him doing
Poor
it.
sanitation and damp conditions led to outbreaks of diseases such as tuberculosis and dysentery, killing many prisoners. Prisoners endured severe physical punishments, including flogging, isolation in pitch-black cells, and brutal labor in stone-breaking yards. Women and even children, as young as 8, were incarcerated under brutal conditions, often sharing cells with hardened criminals. Secret sections of the prison were discovered in later years, implying a direct, hidden, and soundproof area in which women, children, and men could be confined and isolated without guard. Some of the most notable inmates to tonight's investigation include Ned Kelly, Australia's most infamous bushranger, revered as a folk hero by some and a ruthless criminal.
We were talking about Ned Kelly earlier, right?
Yeah.
Australian bush ranger, outlaw gang leader, and convicted police murderer.
That's why he was so wanted, because he killed an officer. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
by others. Frederick Deeming, a serial killer suspected of being Jack the Ripper, executed in 1892. Elizabeth Scott, the first woman executed in Victoria, hanged in 1860.
This prison, they had the guy that they expected was Jack the Ripper, right?
They suspected it, yes.
They charged him and arrested him.
Yeah.
Okay, he wasn't Jack the Ripper. They proved that was wrong.
Yeah.
But when Jack the Ripper's around, they didn't execute kids that often. It actually happened nowhere near what most people think.
That's why that's why the word suspected, meaning that they were wrong.
Okay, no. When Jack the Ripper in this prison was built, they did not execute kids back in that time that much what people think. By no means. Actually, children executions wasn't that high back then.
What they an 8-year-old do to get sent to prison?
There's 8-year-olds now these days that need to be sent.
I meant back then.
Why can they do it now but not back then?
I mean, now too, but like...
Was that one girl that, axed her father in the face and her stepmother or something? They made a nursery rhyme about it. She did 37 times or something? 27 times or... I think it was a 7 in there. She just kept hitting him in the face with the axe.
63 for her.
No.
I think they even did an investigation on the house that happened in.
It's in, I know what you're talking about. Yes, I remember that.
Okay. I don't think she was an adult. Do you think she should...
Technically.
I think she was borderline an adult. What about the one girl, the 14-year-old girl that was in, I think she was 14, here in Mississippi, right?
Yeah,
she just walked in
near
and
Brandon, Mississippi.
Yeah, she just walked into the home, was mad, so she decided to shoot her mother.
And tried attempted murder on her stepfather?
Yeah, her stepfather tried to attempt murder on him.
That's insane. What happened to society, man?
That's like, if you don't kill me, I'm gonna drop kick you even if you are my daughter or not. I'm just saying, like, if my daughter walked in with a gun, tried to shoot me, I'm sorry. You don't kill me, I'm drop kicking you.
The way I just took that, I was like, the fuck? I thought you were talking to me, like, physically me.
No, so like...
Not saying that to me. You would kill you.
You wouldn't drop kick your child if they try to kill you. She's a better parent than me.
Role in her husband's murder, despite questionable evidence. With an additional 130 more that seem to be desperate to communicate with us. It is without surprise that the remains of this infamous prison are known to be haunted and filled to the brim with paranormal activity. Visitors and staff frequently report cold spots, eerie whispers, and shadowy figures believed to be the spirits of executed inmates. Many claim to have seen Ned Kelly's identical apparition or felt his presence near the scaffold where he was hanged. The jail displays death masks of executed prisoners, believed to carry residual energy. People report feelings of unease and fainting in this area. Unexplained footsteps, doors slamming, and screams echoing in empty corridors are regularly reported. The Melbourne jail remains a chilling reminder of Australia's harsh penal history. It now serves as a museum, attracting visitors intrigued by its dark past, ghostly legends, making it one of the most haunted locations in Australia, offering historical, escape artist, evening, ghost, paranormal, and hangman tours that we highly recommend experiencing yourself. Please comment if you hear or see anything we did not, or any theories you may have on tonight's complex paranormal evidence.
How is those execution masks such a good trick and no one How is it such a great condition?
I think those are just replicas.
He said they're an original execution. How is it in such great shape? That's why I feel like...
Do you think they got them cleaned?
That would destroy the purpose. You don't go and get, a custom, let's say, if I got like a ancient Greek armor that I managed to find and it's still in the same condition that it was last time I ever wore it in a war or whatever, I'm not going to go get it dry cleaned. That would ruin the value of it. You don't clean it like a rare penny or a rare coin. You don't get it clean. Is it gradable the way it is? No, that's what you judge on. See, that's why it's hard to believe, these places that you can get the tours at and investigate, spend money on it to do it, to get it, so you can be there overnight. Places like that, it's hard for me to believe that's really haunted.
That means we just have to go.
And if it's not haunted, I'm going to write a serious, angry letter to Elton and say, come on.
I'm going to put P.S. If you found an even haunted place, take us with you?
I would love to. I don't want to believe any
And
place.
scare him. Not me, but scare him.
I don't want to traumatize a ghost.
Oh, oh my God! I can't see anything.
Perfect.
Oh, this is absolutely terrifying. Hello, my name's Evan. I'm from the States. I am here to help capture paranormal activity. And yeah, I think there are some people in those. Hello, my name's Evan. Oh my God. I'll just go in here. Oh my God. That's terrifying. Oh, okay, I'm on the second floor.
I think the color one.
Okay,
Scary than
how about this? If you can hear me, can you repeat this noise?
Okay, dude. I'm more scared how hard you just knocked on that bear in the concrete.
That was one
But they passed a law in the early 1860s that if you died while you were in prison, your body was buried in the yard. So this is actually the yard.
This here.
Wow.
This is the prison guards walk. The hospital is here, but all the wall over there and down where the basketball court is at the back is where all the bodies were buried. And there's stories that they used to see a man at night standing over in the courtyard, surrounded by dogs. And the thing was, is when they found the body, they also found the skeletons of 5 dogs. So over in the corner over there was the death house, the dead house, where they made the death masks. So in the dead house, they did do some experimenting on dogs to find snake venom vaccine. And so they believe that the skeletons were those of the dogs.
Shall we step inside?
Let's do it.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Wonder how Evan's doing. Hope terribly.
Oh my God. I can't see. All right. Well,
Too much fun if I was I would take
we had to move to the third floor. Because I need to get a photo of every floor.
Introduce yourself.
Again, my name is Evan. I am from the States. We are here to help capture evidence. And yeah, we're just hoping to capture stories and share what history could have been lost over the years.
You remind me of someone.
I appreciate that. Can you tell me who I remind you of?
This building.
Ryan.
Ryan. Okay.
So when they get here, they'd spend their first 3 months
Yeah, in the cell
solitary.
Yes. Now they'd be given their bucket, which is their toilet, because there's no
They
plumbing.
just got in. How long has
They'd
it
be
been in
given
there
a small mattress and a blanket, and they would have their Bible. Regardless of whether they're religious and regardless of whether they can read, they would have that because it's supposed to be reading it to and contemplating living a good life. Now, when they came out of their cell, they would stand at their door and they would have a mask on, and I have one here. This is like a fake one I use for the school. They would put their mask on their head. So they come out. Now, they're not allowed to speak to the person next to them. They're not allowed to speak at all. If they do, they may get extra time put onto their sentence. It is about isolation. It's about separation. You're not even known as your name. You're known as your number.
Was Ryan
a lot of places
is that the spirit that I'm talking to?
makes it
You can speak, and this device will capture any audio.
Yeah, but see,
Say,
people they do.
who do I remind you of?
Like animals because they acted like an animal.
Who is Ryan?
If you give it, that's why you don't name your cow. For an example,
Again, I'm looking for a cell.
Let's go follow them.
You
look
don't
them
name
up.
your animals that you're gonna go get slaughtered, because the moment that you name them, we actually had 2 hogs that my younger sister named them, and when she found out that we went and had them, and she was when she ate bacon that morning, And then she's like, so hey, where's the pigs at? I'm like, you're looking at them. And she freaked out.
That's so cool.
That's fine, because I had a selfie, because they gave us a pig head. I took a selfie with the pig's head.
I think it's still in the deep freezer. Do you want to scare my dad with it tomorrow?
We'll leave it on his front porch. No, I'll go inside his trailer while they're sleeping. I'll put it on the kitchen table.
Bring the GoPro with you so we can upload it.
Okay, just one thing, he might shit himself.
We're getting off topic here.
Okay, let's go.
You tell me a cell number to go to.
Doctor. I generally believe it.
Cell 17, there has been an entity that doesn't particularly like men. So if you're a male and you go in there, there's some, you can't physically go in. And there's been instances where a blind man, his dog wouldn't go in, like stood at the door.
It's like a tape recorder. EVP. They're using that energy to speak. It's not like using the channels going backwards to speak.
Okay, well, see, the Bitbox flips through channels so quick, and then it stops and on a word.
That's when they want you to stop on a word.
Yeah. When ghosts cannot see the future, so how do they know the word doctor is about to be coming up on a radio station? They don't. It's weird that it stopped, but why it stops is because it's flipping through and it picks up on a channel with a slightly stronger signal at a brief moment. Then it picks up, and that's when a word usually comes through.
Because the ghost is putting the energy.
That's so you can do that even anywhere, even without any energy put in. Spirit box shown to be fake. That's why I don't use them. That's why I never believed in them.
But that's why, like EVP, it doesn't go through channels. You literally have to take energy to put it in.
Actually, and I was actually reading an article about those devices. They're not actually made foolproof either. They're very, very easy to make it look like it's fake. To make it fake. That's why I think a lot of these places aren't haunted. I think that, just...
I have a crazy idea. Someone let me know the most haunted place that's near Mississippi.
I know,
so I can take you.
I've been there.
And?
Fine.
Okay. What's the most haunted place in the United States? Comment and let me know. We're going.
I've been there.
I'm done with you.
I didn't find it scary. You don't know. It might say it's the most haunted places, but it's not.
What's scary is the hotel in New Mexico.
Been there. I fell asleep like a baby.
Didn't you tell me you heard footsteps?
Yeah, then I said, shh, I'm also trying to sleep.
He's gonna act big and back. Can you more?
Or refused to go in. What? There was an instance.
What? If a ghost...
Excuse me. 1 second. Hold that thought. It can't possess you.
Okay, cool. So it enters me, I enter it.
Oh, honey?
Yes.
You can't enter something that doesn't have a body.
So what? What am I so worried about? A ghost, a demon? What is it gonna do? Kill me?
No, enjoy your life.
Okay. I don't think
I would imagine.
I don't think it can, take you for a joyride for a long period of time. I don't believe it could, because if it could, I feel like a lot of people would walk around.
I feel like you're requesting me, why haven't you gotten exorcism done?
Because I was possessed by a ghost of a porn star. And, he knows some moves.
That's gonna get edited out.
That's gonna be the intro.
That's not gonna be the intro.
No, so what I'm saying is about the ghost. What am I worried about? Because if it kills me and I die, I'm just coming back. I'm gonna haunt him. I'm gonna kick his ass for all eternity. Go ahead, kill me. Your eternity of living there, thinking that you've been there a long time, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Get a salt gun.
Isn't it rock salt?
Rock salt gun. Supernatural taught me that.
Yeah, I don't think that's actually works that way.
Find out. You have a lot of bleeping to do.
No.
Yes. You're drinking for like 5 seconds to get it taken away.
She won't let me eat or drink anything.
No,
she gave me this.
True.
She gave me this for the video, so I look like I'm all hydrated. I'm actually so dehydrated. When I pee, it looks like moisturizer.
You need a doctor.
Parents were looking for their child, and the child was talking. in there, talking, and then came out and the parents looked in and there was nobody in there. And the child said, "Oh, well, there's lots of parent people in there." So it was actually in there talking to people.
Okay. This one seems cozy. This cell seems a little bit bigger. So maybe a little bit more activity here.
Okay, that's not.
These flashlights, you can put your energy into it. And by putting your energy into these flashlights, I alert here.
Oh, cool.
Well, thank you again for sharing that with me.
Thank
You
you.
told me your name was Ryan.
I like him.
And Ryan.
Him and El.
I'm sorry, cut that out. That's twice I've gotten Ryan. Again, I'm so assuming Ryan,
I will tell you
you're a doctor.
a dusty
You
place,
work here.
especially in something like that, you're going to
That's
see
so cool.
more stuff than you can naturally.
All right, well, I will say it seems very
And the type of lens is very so it's really anything close to us.
I love it when you said it feels quiet.
Live fire.
I'm not like I get that.
You don't have to talk. You can show your presence just by hanging out here and putting your device, your energy into these devices. Here, I will.
That would freak me out.
That's the flashlight.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, I just got the body chills.
Yeah.
See, you don't have to talk. You
He's in there, but
can just put your energy into these devices.
Flashlight like that.
Go off to the right.
A draft or something comes in the room, due to air still takes up space. It will make the room slightly denser. When denser, more pressure applies. The slightest amount of pressure will apply to that. A draft can cause that flashlight to go off.
next video he's in, I'm gonna have duct tape on your mouth.
I'm fine with that. I don't worry. She'll always put
I'm
something
obviously
else.
joking, y'all. I love him.
What?
Stop doing that. We talked about this.
Okay. She's
I
just gonna.
have dog food for breakfast, dude.
You mean it? I can actually eat?
And then we go off to the left. But the very first thing that they would see up here is the gallows. And it is to remind them that that's the ultimate punishment, death. So they've condemned people to be in the cell on the left, including Ned Kelly, and they would be shaved and come out. They would be bound, and of course, then they would be hanged.
Put your energy into it. Again, yes or no. I had a million stuff, the one flashlight already. Because you said you didn't want to talk.
You don't have to act like that.
That's in the United States.
I think Australia's the same.
Don't look it up.
Right.
Now, when that flashlight goes off, I'm gonna put it in and be like,
No. I am not a police officer.
See, that's the
Again.
problem I have on that. Prison guards back then didn't know that. They wore a blue tailored uniform.
You said
I don't know if it was blue because Australia, police officers in America around that time, they didn't wear vests like that. Bulletproof vests and other vests in that similar design didn't come till much later.
Let's say it is haunted, right?
Okay.
Which I believe it is.
A
You
ghost
got your
cannot
own
see through
opinion.
space and time.
Let's say someone broke in and they saw like a modern day cop.
What? So.
And it says police. They understand what police is.
Okay, so the whole assumption is that they saw someone with a vest on and it said police, so they assume everyone is police.
With a vest on, because it looks like that.
Okay. We don't know if Australia, the police officers are forced to wear vests. That's American law.
Next video is going to be about Australia's laws. Because why? I want to prove him wrong. He could prove me wrong.
That's a black vest. He's wearing a white button-up and what was it, jeans? How is any of that police? And he has a ball cap on. He doesn't even look Australian.
They're from like 18-something. They could not be smart.
So people from 18-something's retarded?
I didn't say that. You said that. Don't get me canceled in my second video.
Cancel me. I'll give you my username.
Or go follow him.
That I liked it. Hey, no. I don't see how they don't look like police. By the way, he's married. Where's his wife?
His link to his channel will be in the description.
Also, the Creed Ranch, go follow them.
Yeah.
I just said here. You said that it was like in danger or careful.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk. And now cop. But again, I'm not a police officer. We are simply wearing these vests so that way we can carry all of our ghost hunting equipment.
Now, the hangman was actually a prisoner. They were paid money to be the hangman.
Right there.
They would wear disguises so people wouldn't actually know who they were. And
that's it. They are not wearing any vest or anything to even come close to what they're wearing.
Okay, I get it. But my main question is, the hangman is a prisoner. Why are they paying them money?
A lot of prisons in a lot of other countries and other continents, areas, you can use money in. There's even prisons in America.
Yeah, I know.
You can get things added to your cell. You could actually get extra meals.
Huh. I'm just gonna go press play and not stop looking like stupid.
And a couple of them
I used to
pretty
be
much psychopaths themselves. There was one gentleman who, if he didn't like...
What, a year ago? Almost a year ago? I was a prison guard at a maximum security prison that had death row. I wasn't allowed to interact with those prisoners because I was still new. I don't do that anymore, I'm glad. I saw a guard get doused with urine. And, oh, God. Don't ever become a prison guard.
Did you hear that the hangman's usually psychopaths?
Why?
Because they're psychopaths, but
I don't feel like you killing something makes you a psychopath.
No, that they were in there because they're a psychopath. That they use the people that are in there that they know is a psychopath to be the hangman.
You know this.
It gives them enjoyment, probably.
You know this firsthand, but you know me. The more you kill, the easier it is.
That's true. Listen to this. Probably, I heard something about that. There was one, and then I paused it.
Crime that you committed, usually of an assault nature. If you make the rope too short, the person takes a really long time to strangle. He would make the rope too short.
No way.
Yes.
So he used it as his own way to just torture his fellow inmates.
Yes, so pretty dark. Now here, there is supposedly an entity standing on the second level just over here, who we believe is a prison guard, judging by the clothing, that stands next to people and whispers in their ear to jump.
Yeah, I'm sure people have been throughout here to talk to you. And she was a friend.
No, every human that's
all I want to
in
do
a high
is
place, they
talk
have this voice
and hang out.
job because it's a natural it's a fear instinct.
Yeah, I'm taking that as a sign of peace. And you are here for a interaction versus danger.
So he did come here straight after the siege of Paranormal, and he did have the 27 gunshot wounds in his arms and his legs. He spent most of his time out in the courtyard where the hospital was. The really sad thing, his mother was also already in prison. They do say that the laundry was out here, that she was out in the laundry when he was hanged. Wow. When it drops. Very loud. The prisoners would have all been in their cells. Yeah. But they would definitely hear it. Yeah, it's pretty frightening.
So he was
Yes.
right here.
Yes, right.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, it was 144 years ago yesterday.
Yes, the 11th of November.
Question.
Yes.
If you was about to be killed and like hung, right? If you was about to, take the plunge, you get one last word or one last saying or sentence or whatever, what would it be?
Dark humor would be peace out, bitches.
I don't think that's dark humor. Dark humor is like more like, hey, is anyone gonna come hang out with me? Like that is like dark humor.
I'm sorry, not to fully do dark humor.
Okay. So you use more like
No, I'm kidding. What it would actually be is like, see you in the next lifeguards.
Okay.
They had to, go the same place because there's no way that they do what they do in this prison and they get off scot-free.
Okay, so it's grown men that's hanging these people, right?
Grown man and a prisoner.
Okay, so these people are grown men that's hanging them, so they're like middle-aged. It's soon to say these people's parents are passed away, right?
Or they could be in prison.
Okay, so say these guards' parents passed away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so right before you get hung, you look at the guard and say, "Your mom passed away. If not, she's older than you, so I know she will. I'm going to until you get to the afterlife." And then let him hang you, so you go out like a boss. I know how I'm going to go.
I'm just going to press this button right here.
I recommend you do.
At the very end of the court case, when Redmond Barry actually did his sentence, Ned's response was, "I'll see you there." And the thing was that I think either 10 to 20 days later, Redmond Barry actually.
Sorry, y'all.
His legs. He spent most already in prison. When he was hanged, when it drops really loud. The prisoners would have all been in their cells, but they would definitely hear it. Yeah, it's pretty frightening.
So he was hung right here.
Yes, right.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, it was 144 years ago yesterday.
Yes, the 11th of November. Yes. Yesterday anniversary. At the very end of the court case when
This right here, it says, "Oh my God, it was so frightening." And once you hear someone dies a few times, once or twice,
The prisoner probably got used to it.
I'll say about 2 or 3 times personally experience. Once you hear something die about 3 times, I'd say you kind of get used to it. It's not that bad.
Got used to it.
It's not that bad afterwards.
Maybe like the first couple, they're like, "Oh."
Remember the first thing I had you shoot? Do you remember how bad you was crying and how how upset you was?
It was my dog.
And I told you, well, you're gonna have to because it got sick, right? It went blind. It couldn't move anymore, and it wouldn't eat. It was starving itself to death. So either we killed it, or so I gave her the gun and I said, "Here, shoot it." She said no. So I ended up shooting the duck, but not any way that would kill it. It started freaking out in pain. So I said, "Do it, or it just sits there and suffers." So she had to do it. I know, I was there with you. I was hugging and told you it was all right, but you had to do it. You have to know how to shoot something. If I wasn't there and you needed to kill something, but how easy is it for me to pull a trigger when it comes to shooting something?
Easy. Easy. What the fuck?
Nothing. But
what in the H-E double
now I don't think about it. I just do it because I had to shoot more things, and she's from New York and I'm actually from Tennessee.
I'm a city girl with gone country.
Well, I'm Tennessee. I was born in Tennessee, but I lived all over. Like, I've been in Los Angeles and stuff.
Coast to coast like buttered toast.
Coast to coast like buttered toast. But first time she saw me shoot something, it was an animal that got aggressive that wanted to attack us. So I just pulled out it was a 9 that I had on me at the time, and I just shot it repeatedly till it died. Because it was the first time I ended up hitting it like a shoulder. Second time was head. Third time was just to make sure that it died. I know. I'm gonna edit some of this out.
Cool.
But yeah.
We can use them for socials.
I know, that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
But anyways, she freaked out really bad. She was, oh my God, it was awesome.
Sometimes I'm wondering if I'm dating a psychopath.
Her mother saw me beat a possum to death with a rock, and her father saw me stomp a possum to death with my boots because
it hit. What about the one with the samurai sword?
Oh yeah. Then they were sitting outside just hanging out, talking, her mother and father, and then a possum came up, started acting aggressive and like wanted to attack. They went inside. I said, "Oh, this damn thing ain't gonna come in and attack." So I pulled out the samurai sword, walked out there, and I'm like, I've always wanted to use this on something. So I shanked his ass.
Just go back to this.
Redmond Barry actually did his sentence, Ned's response was, "I'll see you there." And the thing was that I think either 10 to 20 days later, Redmond Barry actually died.
No way.
Yeah, after the trial.
Oh, gives me chills.
Yeah, sort of like Ned Kirsten.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to pause it. This is good. I wonder. He said, "I'll see you." She like hussy.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
What probably also is the fact that
Damn. He looks like a blowfish.
I'm so sorry, Elton.
My
but
man.
the fact is he was a gang leader, right?
He looks like Sid the Sloth. His eyeballs look like the social distancing. Dude, that fisheye lens is not working for you.
Okay, back to the whole Judge and Ned Kelly. He's a gang leader. I see there could also mean that he can probably put a hit out on him. Be like, hey, kill him if he sentences me to like prison, death penalty.
Why wouldn't he kill him before he got sentenced to death so that way he wouldn't immediately
Maybe he wanted to see his mother. You ever think about that?
And he wanted that dude's mother until he gets there. My man is built. He is built like Sid the Sloth. Guys, fisheye lens doesn't look good at all. I think it's actually a couple of. Oh. What the hell? I'm scared of him. He is just sitting there smiling. He just walked on the corner. Hey. What was that?
I know. I was like,
Dude, if someone walks around the corner announcing, hey man, hey, I'm going here, I give more of a reaction now. I'm like, oh, hey, where you going? Reply. I don't just sit there. Why were you sitting in dead silence? He walked up and he said 5, 4. No one heard this dude talking, so he was just sitting in dead silence.
why were you doing EVP? Because EVP is right there next to him.
EVP usually asks questions, and he sat there, he snuck up 5, 4. Didn't hear no talking. He walked around the corner, he didn't move or anything, so he was sitting like this for over 5 seconds, guaranteed over 5 seconds, smiling in one direction. It's too dark to see anything. What the hell? No one's concerned?
I've been very concerned this whole time.
Oh my god.
You're not. Oh, get up! He didn't even move! He didn't even move! Oh!
I felt like he's flying up.
Oh! I thought you were gonna run and do something.
When the tour's over,
Okay.
I'm gonna bathroom whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Or keep going whenever you're done.
This has been actually pretty fun.
All right, I mean, you can say, go ahead.
Okay.
We're going in.
I think I just froze, but internally I was shaking and sweating. Alright, anyways.
Have a good time.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go pee now.
Oh, I didn't think he was gonna do that. Okay. I know you didn't want to talk, and you set off the flashlight. I will.
It's like a... Okay. That's a reaction. Damn. No. Which is weird. This is actually how me and Cody are towards each other. Me, Cody, and Brandon Coy. So that's how we are.
You went back again.
So venturing around, I got Ryan
sweaty
twice.
as hell.
It seems like as I was talking,
But he was executed here. He was the last person executed in Victoria, but he was executed here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they find it interesting that they got it at Geelong in our last investigation.
Mm-hmm.
But he was actually investigated here.
which is interesting because I got doctor and I used to work here. So I kept saying like, okay, I've gotten Ryan, I've gotten doctor. Did you used to work here as a doctor, Ryan? And nothing. I never could get any sort of confirmation about that. But I kept getting Ryan.
Oh, the wow. Oh, great. Yeah, we didn't even talk about this.
Oh, wow.
The lashing triangle. Prisoners sentenced to a lashing were tied face down to this frame. Their shirts were removed, a wide leather belt fastened around their waist to protect their kidneys, and a narrow leather collar on their neck to stop their throat from being cut. The whipping was administered by the flagellator, who was often a fellow prisoner paid to perform the task. In fact, the flagellator would often also perform hangings. Prisoners were whipped with a cat-o'-nine-tails, which was soaked in salt water to minimize infection.
Oh,
The cat o' nine tails could be used on male prisoners 16 years of age and over. Males under 16 were caned or birched on the backside. Females did not receive corporal punishment. The maximum number of lashes allowed in this jail was 50. 50?
Yeah, the cat of nine tails over here.
I think it's in something else over here.
Oh, these are all the whipping tools.
Yeah.
And the handcuffs that cuffs them there. Wow, that's crazy.
Those don't look like that.
Look at this thing. That's insane.
So this is the real one. These are all the real ones. And then it says, after whipping, the prisoner would have been taken to the prison hospital and salt water rubbed onto his back. This was to prevent infections and speed healing, although scars could remain for life. The lashing triangle was last used at Pettridge Prison, Melbourne, as late as 1958, when William O'Meally received 12 lashes after wounding a prison guard in a failed escape attempt. Prisoners were whipped as punishment for a range of reasons, such as refusing to work or tapping on a cell wall to throwing bread down in a defiant manner.
God.
And this is the real one. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. It makes me really wonder, like, what else is in here.
It smells like rotten egg.
There's no blood marks.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, how can we tell? Yeah. That's what I want to see. I want to see.
And this is the real one. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. It makes me.
I believe it.
Here's the issue what I'm finding with these things. Where is any marks on this? Look, that's wider than a human's body, that triangle piece down there. So when they hit him, when it hits him wrapped around the whip, have you ever used a whip?
I wonder if we
I use
can't
them.
see it on camera, but they can see it in person.
Why, if that's a fabric or a plastic or wood or whatever, it would have gashes on it regardless. That still looks brand new. Look at the post over here. These posts right here, there is no whipping marks on
I
any
don't
of
think
this.
they're talking about the post. I think that they're literally talking about maybe what's underneath it.
But all this is built to the frame. They said they was tied to this piece of wood. Shouldn't there be like gashes here, here, here? Have anyone ever used a whip? Whips are harder to control than you think.
The prison itself could be lying saying that it's like the actual one.
I think this prison might be full of themselves. I really do. Because look how old these walls look, right? You could tell that's been, what was it? That one dude was executed 120 something years?
144.
144 years.
From November 11th.
A day.
The things I take in.
I know. So that right there, that's awesome that you did. Because you paid more attention to that than I did. 144 years ago. Look how worn the walls are. But that stuff is fine. No gashes.
Yeah, they
nothing.
probably did get it like fixed or like got one to look like it because they feel like that's too morbid. Like America, they would be like, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if it's too morbid or if it was so worn down that they couldn't keep it.
Probably.
Because that's not real. And I think that's why it's put in that glass.
Maybe like the real ones underneath, like getting repaired.
Or whoever bought the prison sold the stuff as antiques and then he's like, oh, I could have reopened something. Maybe I will.
Probably.
Because that right there, that's, I'm sure that's why they have the glass there. Because if you get too close to it, you'll notice it's not.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. That corner right there, like right here.
Yeah,
you could easily Elton on I forgot the other dude's name that's been on here the past.
Well, I'm sure they signed a contract that they won't do that.
You really wonder, like, what else is in here.
It smells like rotten egg.
I would say
actually, you know, smell.
Sorry if I scared you.
Smell like sulfur, but it can also be a.
You guys also. Ooh, you smell it?
Yep.
It's heavy.
Yep.
It's really heavy. Oh, God.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Wow.
You smell it? No, right?
I smell it now.
It's heavy.
I smell it now.
Oh.
didn't get that.
Normally we ask the question of, did you just make that sound?
Oh.
But I think we need to ask, did you just make that smell?
Children's fine. That's why.
But it did just say, sorry, I scared you.
Yeah.
That the
No,
same
that's.
If they're willing to,
Ooh, wow, that was aggressive.
you know,
It's fun.
saying, I'm not going to beat a woman.
You know it's gonna bring up
a child or hang a
thought
child.
of the smell. Isn't it?
Yes. No, I agree. I know. That's what I was like. But, you know? Okay, well, For those that don't know, when you get the smell of raw eggs, it's usually the presence of the devil,
Hey, kill us all.
evil spirits. So,
That's one more thing. I don't want to talk about this either. What is that?
Right here. So not only are the gallows right here, there was a whole nother section that you can look into. Look down there. There's a whole nother secret level to the prison.
Animal.
Blueprints?
Treated like an animal.
yeah.
They were re-renovating.
Yeah, the punishment cells. This recently revealed space was the entrance into the lowest level of the now demolished female cell block. Both male and female prisoners were locked in these punishment cells.
It's actually this.
You can only imagine what that means. Cells with no windows. For days at a time, the purpose of these cells was to break the prisoner's spirit by total sensory deprivation. No light, no sound, no human contact, and limited food. Literally treated like animals.
It's below us?
Yes,
Yeah,
look at the glass. Like, if you shine the light in, look at that.
Oh my goodness. That's like blocked off.
Yeah, that's like straight up a dungeon. It's a complete and total dungeon.
Oh my! To break the prisoner's spirit.
And you can tell it kept going because that's a new leaf wall. But that's the thing. Male and female prisoners were locked in there with absolutely no windows.
Actually,
and she talked about how.
Yeah, you can see the wiring harness there, but if I'm not mistaken, right over here somewhere earlier in the video,
Yeah.
there was another sign, another light. So I'm wondering, did they have to go behind the wall trying to get it? They're like, hey, this wall should not be here. I need to get the wiring. They went, hit it with a hammer, realized there's more stuff.
Probably.
But if it's something
And then they probably got the blueprints.
but if it was something for, them to regularly put prisoners in there and things like that, again, I don't think they bricked it up. I think there might have been wood or something there.
I feel like
Or
they
a
bricked
cell.
it up because they didn't want people, because I even saw, I think when Elton first went, the knob, it could turn. You could get that glass off easily.
That means they put the glass on there when they redid the prison. But I'm saying I don't think they put bricks on it because they would use that for prisoners often,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like the owner put it on there so in case someone does get that glass off, if someone goes down there.
Well, no, I'm saying that once the glass on, you can just get in and out. There's nothing there. But I'm saying they didn't find a hidden room. I think what it was there might have been bars or something there that may have gave away over time, or it could have been wood that rotted away. And they're like, oh, secret room. But I don't think that it was bricked up. That wouldn't make sense. Why would you do a prison? Because you clearly thought that prison was abandoned. Why are they going to be like, we're going to abandon this prison, but we're going to brick this up before we go and then put paint over it so you can't tell?
Unless they had bodies in there.
What? They didn't care about bodies, apparently. They abandoned the courtyard.
I mean, before they got shut down, they probably got told, hey, you can't do that no more.
They probably got shut down because of what they was doing.
Yeah, that and probably like, oh, sorry, we can't do that no more. Into the isolation cells, I guess.
Didn't they have another place to actually dispose the bodies of? I thought they said something about that.
I don't remember.
How like this prison had an extremely high pregnancy rate when leaving. I mean, you wonder why, days at a time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So they already have all the solitary confinement here, which already doesn't have toilets or anything, and they have something even worse.
Yes, and you can see how they found it. Like they had to have knocked down the wall to get in there.
More energy.
I think they left guilt.
More energy.
We need more energy?
Yeah. Okay, let's just start setting up. Like, we'll be able to hear and see everything.
One REM pod for the armor, one REM pod with the camera up by the rope.
Oh, cool.
I have 2 flashlights, one on the male stairs, one on the female stair. That way we can kind of differentiate if possible.
Cool.
That's everything. That's what 3-4 stories, right?
That's crazy. The grandma just went off as I walked up here. Yeah.
Okay. I've already been here for quite some time. Again, you know me. My name is Evan. I now have my friends here with me, and they will now introduce themselves.
My name is Ginger. We just learned a lot about your home here, and we're looking forward to communicating with some of you, especially maybe Ned Kelly or Frederick Deeming. We learned a lot about you. So sorry that your line ended here. And if there's any messages that you want to have us share, we are open and ready to receive those.
Hello. My name is.
This is like a James or something, or Josh or whatever name.
God,
You said, how do you know it's not like a Pat or something? I was like, come on. No ghost is actually named Pat.
After Ginger introduces herself, Pat.
Yeah, Pat. Well, maybe they were saying that they wanted to pat her and create another
Take
mistake.
the L.
I know. Well, they try to make sense of a lot of shit that doesn't make sense.
Take the L. I won.
Jerry.
She won. Okay.
It's my very first time here in this prison.
Wait, did you say his name is Jerry?
Yeah.
Quite a lovely place you have here.
No, she's gonna be.
Heard a lot about
Sorry, Jerry.
the people that have been executed here. Heard a lot about the woman that's been mistreated here. Today we are here to connect with you. Today we are here to hear from you. Want to learn about your story. Hopefully it's something that we can share with the world. Just want to let you know that I would love to be able to hear any portion of your story that you're willing to share. Any horrible things that you may have done that caused you to be here.
All right, guys, this is the end of part 1 of the video. It's actually, I actually really like this overnight video. I really like overnight. I actually been kind of liking.
I
recently.
really want to go to this prison though.
Sounds fun, actually. I like enjoying like lunches on top of the buildings. I used to whenever I did refrigeration for a bit. I wasn't like doing refrigeration work. I was more of a helper. There were some calls I did on my own. I don't know what that would be called. I guess a novice had it. I used to go to the roof and always just sit on the roof with my legs dangling over the edge of the building while I eat. It was a lot more fun that way because then I could see the city. And Los Angeles is very beautiful, especially at night. So yeah, if I ever went there, I'd actually just think about going to the roof. And our topic once again. All right, so absolutely loved it. I love overnight. I cannot wait for us to do the second one. We got our topic a lot, but I think that's to be expected.
That's our ADHD having.
Yeah, I think that's expected, right? That's like number
It
one.
really is because ADHD brain can go off topic so many times.
I know. I actually don't even remember what this video was about.
A haunted prison.
No, I remember what we were supposed to sit down about the video. I think this was a reaction, but yeah.
It turned into more of a reaction / joking / off topic / it goes with my channel, honestly.
Okay. We're gonna name this video what the fuck?
I'm gonna name it reaction. Maybe not so reaction. I don't know.
Okay. Reaction to we're done with you. What are you still doing here?
Anyways, see y'all next time. Alright, now it's time to go back to your dog nap. That's where you sleep.
Oh my god, see how awesome she is. She actually gave me a mat tonight. No.
All jokes, I swear.
Yeah, it's usually just like how this prison is. 20 lashes. It's kinky. Okay.